Okay, let's get going. Hello, everybody from the center of Florida. Welcome to the Americana Bistro Grill. I'm your host, Roberto Alvarez-Galloso. And right now, I have one of the greatest singer-songwriters of the South. She is really one of the greatest. I recommend Rae Dunn. Rae Dunn. I'm seeing her YouTube, and I'm seeing her in hearing her in Spotify, and it's a pleasure and an honor having her. So where are you driving right now?
So I'm actually driving home. I'm driving down a gravel road, as you guys can see. I live in the middle of nowhere in Arkansas, so it's probably going to get a little dark here in a second. But I work at a barbershop, as I'm sure you've heard by now. That's one of my new singles, and I am leaving the barbershop currently. I tried to get out a little early, but you know how it is at a barbershop. Sometimes another customer comes in, and you just have to get them in.
Yeah, I know. We want to know about Rae Dunn, how you got started, where are you right now, and where is your career headed in the future? Concerts, concerts and CDs and everything.
Okay, well, I kind of got started. It's a really long story, but we'll give you the pared down version. I got started in a reggae band, actually. I had a buddy that was from Kenya, Africa. He was a friend that went to college with, and he was a songwriter. And he had this reggae band, and he was looking for background singers, and he asked me if I wanted to be a background singer. And I had always thought I could sing. And he said, well, you know what? I think you can sing because I hear you humming in the sculpture studio. Now, my degree is in sculpture. I've got a bachelor's of fine art. And I was like, well, I think I can, and I went and I auditioned, and next thing you know, I'm in the band. They always joked that I was a South African because we were supposed to look like Yubu and the Africans. And so I'm Dutch. I'll pretend to be Dutch. And I did that for a while, really enjoyed it, followed him around to all the Memphis open mics. And he was the one that first kind of prompted me to try to write a song. I was a huge fan of songwriters, more specifically Loretta Lynn at that time. But I never thought about writing a song. And so when he prompted me to do it, I wrote my first song, which is called Arkansas Line. And that's the title track to my very first album. And after that, I was hooked. And I always joke with people, but I don't think I'm kidding, that my first song, a lot of artists will terrible, but my first song was really good, and it's still my favorite song to perform. But I think that God knew that if he gave me a terrible song on my first song, I would give up, and I'd be like, this is not for me. I'm not even going to do this. This is crazy. So he gave me a good first song, so I would be hooked. And here I am, close to like 9 years later, and I'm still doing it. So as far as where I am now with my career, I have a new album that just came out, and I actually have 2 more music videos that are scheduled to come out along with that album, one of which we are filming at the end of March, and then the next one we'll film right after that. And the final, that second one, is going to be the title track music video, and I'm so excited finally get that out. This whole project was supposed to be around a 2-year project, but it hit right when COVID hit, and it has kind of morphed into this almost 4-year project, which is crazy to say out loud considering what I originally bought into and the original bite I took. But now I'm chewing it and I'm making it work, as you have to do as a artist. You just got to keep pushing forward and keep looking up and thinking positive, and it'll all pan out at some point. I guess to answer kind of the last bit of that, the future. Yeah, I can't really say a couple of the things I want to say that are really big things in the future, because they're not 100% set in stone, and I would feel more comfortable probably making sure they were set in stone first before I told everyone about them. But let's just say there are some really cool things in the works right now. I've been answering emails all day, kind of setting things together. Saturday night, I had a lot of fun here in Memphis. I did the national anthem for the PBR rodeo. That's a ton of fun. their Velocity tour. I do that every year. And I'm speaking with the Baltimore Orioles about doing that as well. That's always fun. I've never done the Baltimore Orioles, and that will step me up into a new playing field as far as national anthems go. So I'm really excited to hear back from them. We're just setting a date for that. It'll be spring training down in Florida. And I've got a lot of new songs that I'm ready to put out. But like I said, I'm just trying to wrap up this current project so I can start on the new ones. And I've been talking with some producers, and I kind of think I want to do this next one here in Memphis because Memphis has some great studios, and I finally made the connections that I think I needed to link myself up with some of the right people here in town to get the next project started. So I don't know. I'm super excited. Of course, I'm still the vice president. I was just voted in last month of the Memphis Songwriters Association. That's 7 years
Congratulations.
now, and we've got a thank you, thank you. We've got a really cool competition going on right now. Anyone is more than welcome to enter that. You don't have to be in Memphis, but you do have to come to Memphis and perform if you get picked as one of the top 8. So I feel like I gotta give that little tidbit to people before they just all go and enter that. But yeah, everything's looking up. I'm super excited.
Great, I'm happy for you. Where can we
Yes.
find all of the material of Amber Rae Dunn besides the YouTube?
Well, so everything is under Amber Rae Dunn. That's AmberRaeDunn. And that's Spotify, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, whatever you do. I try to be on all of them. I'm kind of quiet on Twitter. I work a lot. Don't have a lot of time. But usually I'll always get back to a message. And yeah, all my songs are on Spotify that I've recorded to date. And then I play all over the Memphis area, and I try to get out touring when I can. Honestly, I haven't toured as much as I would like to. But I just applied for a grant here in Memphis with an organization that's pretty good at helping artists get out and touring. So let's cross our fingers I get that, and maybe I can get out there and see some of my wonderful fans this summer.
Great. I do see a future, a great future for Amber Rae Dunn. You're going to be one of the greatest. You're going to be one of the greatest in your music and everything. In fact, you're going to be
I can't
so.
wait.
In fact, you're going to be. In fact, you're going to be so great that I'm going to order one of your CDs.
Yeah, I will totally send you one. And I can't wait to call you back one day, or maybe even give you a hug and meet you one day and tell you you were right.
Yeah, I'm here in Florida. I give you my
Okay.
email. I'm going to give you my email and give you the address of the Americana Bistro Grill. Just simply tell me where I can get the CD, and we're going to be rocking and rolling here. And you're more than welcome to come here to perform and everything. The same thing happens.
Okay.
The same thing we feel here. The same thing I'm asking people to go and visit the digital programs and the CDs of Amber Rae Dunn. Please also visit the Americana Bistro Grill. I'm under the website Alvarez, Alvarez, Galloso, Galloso. Why? Because we have other programs within the channel. It's much less hectic separating the two channels. So just have everything together. And again, I want to thank everybody for coming here and listening to one of the greatest historical interviews with one of the greatest artists of the South, Amber Rae Dunn. This is Roberto Alvarez-Galloso of the Americana Bistro Grill, saying peace in, peace out, and peace everywhere. And in the words of Laura Marie, the famous singer-songwriter, be love.